Okay, I'm gonna call him right now.
Percent. Connected to. Connected to. Trent I found 16.
I'm not hearing anything.
Call has been forwarded to voicemail. Person you're trying to.
What time is it there? 9 o'clock, probably straight up. I'm gonna bug him again. But I didn't have him in my contacts, which is weird.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Okay, I'm just gonna send him a message. Where is the? Maybe I'm doing this premature. I'm just gonna let him know I've got something for him, and then see when a good time to talk is. Hey Nick, it's Trent Kamerman. I have a excellent W2 that I'm getting under contract today. I just wanted you to be aware of it to see if you want first stab at it before we put it up on the marketplace. Here's the address. Okay, so we'll see if he gives us a call back. What are our terms? Put it on WhatsApp for me, and then I'll. I still have to do the investor thing. Just so I make sure I get the right stuff for him. Okay, good stuff. Anybody got any questions? Let's do this. Anyone? No? Everybody's pretty quiet this morning. It's Saturday and I started a little bit early, so maybe that's what's up. Okay, well, as we're chilling, I'm gonna start calling buyers because that's really the. So, okay, I'll put Jimmy down. Stand behind. Sorry, I'm just gonna connect with Frank. Okay, there we go. Hi there. Okay, so we're I sent it over to Nick, and so we'll just wait and see.
Yeah, and also maybe you can call.
Yeah.
Michael.
Who?
Michael, the owner.
Michael?
Yeah, that's the name of the owner of the property. Because he was asking regarding about
Yeah, and then do me a favor and throw that mortgage statement into what
go if it's still in my name.
Okay, yeah, I'll let him know. So and the answer to that, he's going to want to know where the house goes, if the mortgage is still in his name, and the mortgage stays in his name, but the home itself goes into a trust, and into the trust, he'll own 10% of that trust. It's not an equity, it's not an equitable ownership. He brings the mortgage to the trust. The reason he owns part of the trust is we want to make sure that he is covered if we miss 3 payments in a row. He gets the value of the house back with all of our payments and all of our improvements and everything. So
Yeah, I think it's best if you explain that to him.
okay, do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Oh no! Wow, everybody's in on a Saturday.
Yeah,
Maybe you can.
I'm not doing much of anything, so
Okay, yeah.
I'm just trying to.
No, whenever you're bored, come on in. Okay, let's see. So his payments are 25. What's we call it, 2,600. He's got a. Okay. Do we have the full? Oh, there. Okay. And he's in arrears or no?
No.
Perfect.
Please.
Okay. Yeah, let's yeah, I like this one a lot too.
Yeah, it's very nice, and the property itself is very beautiful.
Yeah. Okay.
Interest rate below 5%.
Yeah, almost below. I mean, it's a 4.3, which is amazing. Okay, so we're gonna call the owner. Put his number somewhere for me.
It's there in the GC.
In the GC or in the WhatsApp?
I must stop.
Okay, hold on. Why don't I see it? What am I doing wrong? Oh, it's because it's. Hold on. And his name is Mike?
Yeah. Michael.
Michael. Yeah, but since he's the seller, I'm going to ask him if this is a good time to call him. Good morning, Michael. This is Trent Kamerman. You've been talking to my team about your home and us relieving you of the burden of the mortgage. But I understand you had some questions that I could answer for you. Is now a good time to call? Come on. I ever do this. There we go. Request location, location, how to move it. Info. Creating the contact, and it is. What's his first and last name? CHA. Michael, what? What's his last name?
It's there.
Oh, wait, I can pull it here. D-U-B. Got it. Yep. And his address is 66. All right. Okay, cool. We'll just wait and see if this is a good time to talk to him. I don't want to bug him because we're already there. We don't need to. We don't. No, I'm at breakfast with my family. Can I call you in an hour or so? Okay, so he's going to call. All right, so let's go back to the chat room. I mean, live. Who's in here? Who's got questions? Who's stuck? Who's afraid to get on the phone? Who doesn't know where they should look next? And so while we're waiting, I'm going to do a commercial real quick. Okay, so here's the commercial we're going to do. This is the guys over at Atlas started off something new, and it's a comping program that they put together, which is awesome. And so let's say you want to find a comp. So the name of this is compgpt.io. Okay, we'll work on hybrid. The best thing to understand about a hybrid is to stay away from them. But I can go and show you. But it's usually a pain. If you have an address, DJ, of something you're looking at, it's going to make way more sense than if we make up a hypothetical. So send me an address if you have it. Okay, so on this one, all you do is you put in your property. We're going to put the one that we already are under contract with, and this is our property. It auto-populates all the information. We're going 6 months. I mean, I like let's pull 5 miles just because. Well, let's not. Let's do 1 mile. And so then we just hit find comps, and it does it for you. Super simple. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I do that every time. Okay, we'll work a little bit backwards. Yeah, okay. So it's generating a comprehensive report on a property that we already have under contract. So I want you guys to take a look at it. And so here's, oh, come on. Why does it do this to me? Okay, I need to expand it a little bit. So it's hard to find comps in this area apparently. So let me just do it so you guys can see. Advanced search options. Okay, let's try it again. So it's going to be unimpressive if it does it again. Okay, unimpressive. Let's just go to the one that we know has them. So here's a house in Paso Robles in California. And what happens is when you put this in, it brings up the comps in the area. It gives you 6 comps, and you pick the 3 that you want to do. I like to pick, depending on what I'm doing, if I'm buying or selling, I might pick low if I'm buying. And so I'll take the 599, the 540. I'll get rid of that one. Get rid of the 849. Okay, so I picked those 3. And then it will generate a report for me. And so here's the report. It's saying the after repair value here is 504. And so it's based on all these comps that are a little bit bigger, and they're in a different area. But so when you're on one side of the river, I mean, on one side of the El Camino Real, the prices drop, and so super easy way to do comps. Okay, so let's go back to DJ. We wanted to understand hybrids. Okay, so in the simplest forms, DJ, do you have an address of any kind? Because it's 10 times easier to do it with something that you're looking at. And I want to know, can you come up on stage? 10 times easier to talk to you straight. I'm going to invite you up if you want to come up. No, right now, but I always see those. Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
Trent, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
You're
You know
off my
what?
camera.
Yeah. Everybody. Yeah. Hybrids are the kind of green monster in this whole situation. So in simplest forms, a hybrid is when you're taking over the mortgage, but they've got so much equity that then you're gonna build in an equity play where you're gonna pay for their equity as well. The reason it usually doesn't work, I've never done one. I think Richard even says he's never done one. Is because they're usually not motivated because they've got equity, and so they're like, do I want $300 a month in equity? Here, I'll show you. I'll find one. Let's find one real quick that we can, so I can give you an idea. Have you done anything with the Morby method yet?
No.
That one I don't understand yet, and I'm working on it. We've got one deal going, and so I'm going to understand it a little bit better once we get through the deal. But Morby method allows you to pay a bigger down payment, and so when you can do a bigger down payment, then that kind of satisfies them wanting their equity, and then you kind of do a seller finance as well. But let me go to lead gen. Let's go to Saginaw, Michigan. Pull up. So
what you're saying, Trent, is it's for a beginner, it's better to stick with seller finance and mortgage takeover because the chances 100%. Are with a hybrid, he's not going to be motivated enough to move forward with it.
So you're a beginner. How long have you been doing this?
I'm 4 months now.
Okay, good. How are you searching for deals? Let's cut to the chase. I'm going to make it even easier for you. So is the situation that you're doing, are you going to Zillow?
Yes, I'm going to Zillow. I'm going scrolling, pages. I want to see like 12, 13, whatever. So I know it's been on the market for a long time, and then I'm going to put it on PropStream. And, if I see that is 100% equity, then I'm going to say, okay, this is seller finance. If I see there is there's very small equity, I'm going to say mortgage takeover, and I'm going to text the realtor. I'm going to try to, what's up. I'm going to talk to them and correct me and tell me if my strategy is right.
I'm going to
act like, I'm going to act like, hey, I want to buy it. And then I'm going to say, hey, well, I think my lender's not going to accept this because it's not going to cash flow. Do you have any other options that I can do? Because I'm really interested in this. And then he's going to say, well, what's your offer? I'm going to say, hey, even if I go lower with the price, it's still not going to cash flow. I'm going to send him the seller finance. And if it's a mortgage takeover, I'm going to just say, what if I take over the mortgage and pay for your commission, for your closing fee? And so your seller or your client is going to be able to qualify for a new mortgage. And that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay. I'm so psyched you came up on stage. I'm not going to say you're doing everything wrong, but I'm going to say I can make it easier. Okay. So have you seen Wholesale Atlas yet?
No.
Okay. You're going to kiss me on the mouth after this. Because it's going to be, what areas do you usually look? Anywhere specific?
San Antonio and Ohio.
Okay. Let's go to Akron, Ohio. I've got a buyer there.
Okay.
That was Akron, right? AC? Oh, no, that's Acorn. What? Why can't I do it?
Okay, Akron.
How do you spell Akron?
AKRON.
That's what I thought, but it didn't come up. Oh, because I'm doing property search. Okay, I was like, I could swear I know how to spell it. Okay, so this is Wholesale Atlas, and I'm just going to show this to you. This was developed by a guy that was a community leader in Hold My Hand Wholesale, and he has now gone on to bigger, much bigger and better things with his stuff. So let's go to Akron, Ohio. And I'm going to show you how easy this is, because you just told me that you go through like 4 steps. Zillow, PropStream, probably Rent-A-Meter or Rentcast or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Watch this. You're going to love this. Okay. Takes a minute to pull up the results, but once it does, what I'll do is, this is lead generator, and we're looking in Akron. There's 310 properties that are on market for sale in Akron. What I'm going to do to start off is sort price lowest to highest and apply those filters. And that's going to bring up a bunch of homes. So the way I like doing things, I like to, first of all, I want to make this 60 per page. What I like to do, and I'm going to show you the whole process right here, is I like to look through and try to find a home that, that looks good. But I'm also, right here, I've got all my information. This is the purchase price, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. The rents are here, so we don't have to go search for rents. They own it. 70% of this, they own it, and their loan interest rate is 5.57. Okay.
So you don't have to go to PropStream to look, equity.
None of it.
What's the
right? Yeah. So I'm going to look at this. I'm going to analyze. You click on analyze the lead. Okay, so things I learned right off the bat is, okay, more than likely it's got a tenant already, because they don't have a lot of pictures of the inside. Sometimes they don't have a lot of pictures of the inside because it's hammered, but more times than not, it's because it has a renter. So then we do a quick look here, and it says it's a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath. There's a first floor bedroom with a half bath access. So it sounds like, so it's rent 7.
What did the rent estimator say about it? I just want to say how accurate it is.
1,300. So that's why I'm thinking it's a duplex.
Okay.
So hold on, let me double check. But because it says first floor bedroom with a half bath access. Okay, so just looking at this, if I'm not going to worry about it. I don't think it is a duplex. I think it's a single family home. And so I'm just going to move past it. That's not for me. 667. The reason it's not for me is it's only renting for $667 a month.
Yeah, no cash flow there.
So here's what's cool. Let me just show you real quick. So at their price of $64,900, so let's call it $65,000, and the rents are $667. And usually this isn't the way it works. It's usually all automated. The cash flow, it already does all the calculations for me. So you're not even going into the calculator either. It only cash flows $58 a month. It's a 4.9, and that's at their asking price. We would come in, and as I do with everything, I offer 50%. So I'd offer $32,000 on this. Then you'll see it cash flows almost $200 a month, $172, but it's a 27.99 deal. So if I were to do this, which I'm not interested in it because it's just too much work for $667, and there's much better deals out there, I'll just let it go. But let's go to, here's one that looks nice. What we're looking for is, have you heard of the 1% rule?
Yeah, the rent is gonna be at least 1% of what's the asking price is, right?
Yeah, the asking price. Okay, so right here we've got 3 in a row, 69 to 70. They're all, the rents are, I always take whatever the lower rent is. The rents are $1,300, $1,500, or $1,100 for a $70,000 place. Okay, I can call in all 3 of these. I like this one the best, so I'm going to look at that one real quick. We know there's no open loans. Right here it says no open loans, so they own this free and clear, and they're living in it because this isn't staged furniture. This is like we live here furniture, and so they're living there. It's not. I mean, it's going to need some refreshing, but it's not hammered by any stretch.
Mm.
So I did all that quickly. I'm just going to call. And so I take the number, and if you act up, you can just copy and paste it right into your phone. And that's what I do. And so that's how long it takes me to call something.
Mm.
You see what I mean? Because
Yeah.
the call is going to tell me what needs to be done. I can guess all day. So let's see what they say. And so while it's ringing, I'm looking at everything else and just saying, okay, so it's a fantastic investment opportunity. The outbuilding sold by 5. Okay, so it's a 3-1. Okay, and so we get
Call has been forwarded to voicemail.
we get on the phone as
person you're
fast
trying
as we
to
can.
reach is not available.
Yeah.
Not
You don't go into PropStream and go on to Zello and all that.
I will do
like that's gonna waste a lot of time.
Yeah, waste time. I'll do it later after I see if this is even a property that I can work with.
Yeah, to see comps, right?
Yeah, I can do all that later though. This is my first call was building rapport. I just want to see what's up.
Mm.
And so, but as I'm looking at everything, I can go, okay, they want 70,000. Okay. And with I'll put it on Section 8 rents. So we're figuring rents at $1,100.
Mm.
The cash flow is 306. It's a 24% cash on cash. And you see, I'm still dialing, but I'm also still working on checking it out. But I call 3 to 4 times. I don't care. And they usually get mad at me, and I'm okay with that too, because I don't care. But this is an excellent possibility, because even at their asking price, it's cash flowing.
Mm.
How great is this?
So okay, so how do you set up the seller finance if it's cash flowing? He's gonna say, well, just you can go conventional, or you can.
I don't set up anything until I know what their motivation is.
Okay.
So hypothetically, if I were to go in, I'm going to call them one more time. It's the weekend, so they're more than likely not going to answer. But I'm going to send this to you. You're going to call on it. Okay. So Monday, if they don't answer. Hypothetically, let's say it's seller financing. Okay, we want to give them $70,000. We'll go to seller finance. We'll say, and this thing does everything. Oh, I thought they were answering. And this thing does everything for you. So you say, okay, we'll give you 70,000.
Call has been forwarded.
Okay, they're not doing it. The down payment is figured for you, and we always start at 5% for our down payment. There's no reason to go 10, 15% right out of the gate, because we want to negotiate this. So if this is one that I would do on seller finance, here's another simple kind of a hack that I do. If it's $1,310 a month, I divide that by 4, and I'm going to start offering them $325 a month right here. I'm going to offer them that payment of $325 a month, and see our cash flow. So we'd cash flow 582. The reason I do this is now 1/4 of the money coming in goes to them. We get to keep of it.
Yep.
It's very sellable at a 153% cash on cash. So it's an excellent deal. Like, this is possible, but we don't know which way we're going to go, if we're going to go cash or if we're going to go seller finance, until we talk to them. And so,
what do you mean cash? Is this possible to go cash as well, like with the logo?
sure, of course, everything. Yeah, that's what I showed you at the beginning. So it's 70 at their asking price. This is why this is a good deal. At their asking price, with the lower of the 2 rents, all these things can be confirmed later on. That's when it cash flows $300 a month. And when you have a 24% cash on cash, it's incredibly sellable. People want that. But you see how I simplified everything?
Yep.
Because
Awesome.
I hear so many people that they're like, yeah, at night I get a list going and I go through and I analyze them and I make sure and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, bro, you make that phone call and they're like, yeah, we don't want to sell anymore. All that work you've done is for nothing. Make the call. Make the call first. Find out the motivation. They might be like, we love this house so much, but we gotta get rid of it. But man, it would sure be great to get monthly money for it, so we don't take all that money up front because I know I'll spend it all. You're like, ding, ding, ding. Okay, they want seller finance, they just don't even know it. Then you can go to seller, but find out the motivation first. That's the most important part. You're paying $100 a month for PropStream. This is $75 a month, so you'd be saving $25 a month. I still use PropStream as well because it gives you other things like let's do it on this one. It gives you other things like oops, I didn't copy that. Hold on. It gives you other things to know, like if there's linked properties, if there's I like PropStream. I mean, I have no problem with PropStream. For beginners, I just would much prefer I would much prefer you use the Wholesale Atlas so you can get on the phone faster. That's the whole point. Okay, so this one, we go into details. And what I'm always looking for first is, do they own other properties? Nope, no other linked properties. So that tells me that they're not a corporation, they're not a fix and flipper, that's a family that owns that home. So I know that's what I get from PropStream. Everything else is right here. And you can get everything you need: property tax, insurance, HOA fees. You can see that they bought it.
So what does that indicate if they own more than one property? Like, what does that mean?
Well, then you understand that they're in the business of doing this, and so you're dealing with a different mentality. So if they only own one property, then you know that they're a family, they've got a home, they're selling their home, whatever. They're not a guy that has a hedge fund and that's got tons of money and doesn't care about how much he gets or what he's done. So it's like, it just allows you to know who you're dealing with, if you're dealing with an investor or a homeowner. And I like dealing with homeowners because they've got more motivation.
You like dealing with homeowners.
Yeah, they're more motivated than somebody who owns like 100. I mean, you'll see some that have 2,000 homes, and so you're like, okay, then the strategy there would be like, hey, you're obviously getting rid of some of your homes. What can I do to sell all the homes that you want to get rid of? So it's just thinking outside the box and doing that. But this allows you to get on faster. So I'm going to send you this address. In fact, I'll send you this link. Okay. So if you click on this link, it'll pull up all that information. It won't let you search anything else. It looks like you can, but once you get that link, you can't really search anything else. Call on this Monday. This one's got potential. 100%'s got potential. And guess what? You know what else has potential? This one. Actually, don't call on this one. We've already called on this one. But this one has potential. This one, $70,000, $1,200 a month, $22.20 or $12.20 a month, $72,000. So that's right now. I think I showed you 9. That's 12. Even maybe this one, because it's got a pretty good rent. 13, 14, 15. I just showed you 15 that you could call on right now. See what I'm saying? I want you on the phone with realtors. I don't want you analyzing anything anymore. I don't want you bouncing around from Zillow to PropStream to Renometer to, try to figure out, is this going to be something to call on? I just want you to do the 1% rule, and that gives you a reason to call. That's it. And then find out their motivation on the first call. Chit chat with them, talk to them about their dog, their kids. I don't care what you talk to them about, but don't make an offer on the first one. You want to build that rapport, get to know them, and be a friendly guy on the other side, because every other wholesaler is just sending a text, hammering them with an offer, no, make it personal. Talk to these people, talk to the realtors, because at the end of all of it, if that house doesn't work out, your question to the realtor is like, hey, Jane, we built up kind of a good rapport here. I really like you and I want to work with you. Do you have anything else? And she'll be like, oh yeah, like 6 other properties that might work for what you're saying. Ta-da, you know?
Makes sense. Yep.
So that's my suggestion. If you've got the money to sign up for Wholesale Atlas today, we'll put it in the chat. I've got you guys 25% off the first month, so it's only $59. You can try it out, but I guarantee you're going to be able to call or have a list of 15 to 20 properties in less than 3 minutes, instead of spending all night like, oh, I got to go through my list, and then this one's perfect, it's going to work out, and you call them, they're like, yeah, we don't want to do that, and you did all that work and they don't like it. So you got to find out what's up. Make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
Any questions?
No, that was perfect. Thank you so much. So just yeah, actually, yeah, there's a question. Some people they say, hey, they just want to sell it. So you're looking for the motivation, but they just say, hey, they just want to sell it. I just want to get rid of it. So what does that mean?
Okay, so here's what the deal is, and here's what I tell everybody is, play dumb because you are dumb. Like, we're okay being dumb. Like, I'm sorry, you're a brand new investor. Hey, I'm brand new at this. I've never done this before. I'm investing so I can have properties for my kids, because they just said, I just got kids and I want to start building wealth for them. Any realtor appreciate that. That makes you the buyer. That's the only credibility you need, is to not have credibility, if that makes sense. By saying, hey, I'm really dumb at this. I would really appreciate your help getting this to the finish line. I'm a new investor. I really want to try to get this. That's all you have to do, because it's true.
Yeah.
We're
new at this. Yeah.
And it's so much easier than, I'm thinking about moving my family there. And then they're like, oh, well, how many kids do you have? And you're like, well, I think I have 4. Oh, no, 3, I think. And you're like, you're outed so fast. But if you don't sound like a wholesaler and you try to get to know them a little bit, you'll be blown away at how much they want to help you. So you're good to go.
All right.
I'm here every morning, 8 till 10 in the morning Pacific time. Where are you? I think you're at you look like you're, are you at a Courtyard Marriott or a Fairfield? You look like you're in a hotel.
This is a coffee shop. I'm located in New York. Yep.
Whereabouts in New York?
City, it's Astoria, Queens. It's like
okay, Queens.
15 minutes from the city. Yep.
Great. Okay, good. This is the way to do it. So let's get on the horn. I want you making phone calls. That's all that matters. Don't do the text.
And you said don't make offers on the first calls. Just get to know them and get to know the motivation.
I'll explain to you my philosophy on that. So you get to know them and you make it, because wholesalers all just like, hey, I want to come in here. That thing you're doing, it's for 78. I want to give you 30. And the realtor's like, nope. And then you hang up, it's over. If you do the rapport, you get to know them, you get to know their dog and whatever. And then you say, you know what? I'm really interested in this place, but let me do my numbers. Let me make sure that I'm giving you the best offer I can possibly do. And they're like, okay, great. And you say, I'll call you back in about an hour and a half to 2 hours. And then you call back in an hour. So you're exceeding their expectations. You call and you're like, hey, just checking in. I ran some numbers and here's what I'm thinking. I talked to my lender and he said the best I can do is this amount to get the loan. Otherwise he won't. And then they say yes or no, or You know, like I always go 50% of the purchase price. That's for a cash deal. They're offended by that, and then that allows you to pivot to seller finance. Now you can say, well, you know, the only way for me to get to their purchase price, because it doesn't cash flow as cash, is if they're willing to take a set of payments. Don't say any buzzwords. No seller finance, no sub two, none of it. Don't do any of the buzzwords, because then you're outing yourself as a wholesaler. You just say, you know, would they be interested in that? I mean, I can get there. In fact, I could probably get them a little bit more than what they're asking. You know, they're asking 78. I can give them 85, and we could do it on seller finance. I mean, don't say seller finance, on a set of terms. Yeah, set of terms. Yeah, if they're willing to take a set of payments, that'd be so great. And then they'll get this much money every month, and you know. But I really want you to fill out the realtor first. You know, need, because the bottom line is our job is to solve problems. It's not really to, you know, get the homes. It's to solve the problems. Makes sense?
Makes sense.
All right. Yeah, try it out. I mean, it's worth doing it for a month.
Do they have? So I have PropStream right now. I'm not gonna do another subscription until it ends. Do they have trial I can start with, or they don't offer that right now?
They used to. I had them do a trial, but it seemed to not really work out on their back end for some reason.
Okay.
The free trial, people would just bail. They said like 95% of the people that did the free trial didn't ever log on.
Okay.
And so they want people to have a little bit of skin in the game, so they're kind of forced to look at these. The other part of this, which I really like, and it's really cool, is let's say, okay, you like this house. You go up here and you just hit the heart, okay? And so when you're in there and you're analyzing this, it'll be here too. So you hit that heart. This is a link that is the link, so you can send it to somebody, or you can download it to your computer and save it. But with that, when you heart it, and you can come down here and you can say, here are my notes. You know, you're saying, oh, the realtor was really nice. They had a Doberman Pinscher named Sally, and you know,
great, like a CRM, like keeping all the information.
Yeah. And so you hit save, and then when you go out of this completely, like when you go back to lead gens, and you're like, oh shoot, which one was that? I can't remember. You come up here to your dashboard, and when you go to your dashboard, it pops up for you, and it says, like, it shows you your notes. It's all of these sweet little baseball cards, like Pokemon cards or whatever, and all the information is just here. Makes it so much easier.
Great.
Okay, and even here's a great example. Like, this is a good one. This has potential. Just looking at it, there is an open loan. Here, let me take you back here, because I saw it here. Where is it? So I saw here that they've got equity of about 30%, 36,000. I mean 36%. They've got a little bit of a high interest rate, but this is one that could be a sub two, that mortgage takeover. And so the beauty is you can come in here. I don't know why it's not recommending it, but this could be a subject to. And what I do in these situations is it's 81,925. What I do is I offer nothing as a down payment. So I'll offer them $1 or $0. So that brings up their mortgage. That's what they owe on their loan. And it pumps in all the numbers for me. So I can see if I were to go in and just take over their mortgage, it gives you everything here. You know the amount, you know the balance, the equity, the payments per month are $536. It breaks it out. It's going to end up being PITI of $697. Like, all these numbers just make it work. The rents are $1190, and so it cash flows $255. Okay, so it's a real quick way to see how to do. You know, they call it a sub two. I like to call it mortgage takeover.
Okay, that makes my life easier. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You bet. No, and they get you on the phone, which is great. I mean, that's really the only way you can get any deal is to talk to a realtor.
Mm.
So try not to text them anymore, but you can, when you're calling them, don't be afraid. You can text them and do your first and last name and say, hey, this is, what's your name?
My name is Jamel, J-A-M, Jamel.
Jamal. So say your first and last name, Jamal, and just say, hey, I'm calling about this property. I have some questions. That's it. Keep it generic. Make it so they want to talk to you. Entice them to, because I'd much rather you talk to these people on the phone than throw text. You'll see once you talk to them, they'll be like, hey, just text me from now on. Okay, that's great. Then you text them from now on. Everybody has their way of communicating. Some people it has to be emails. Some people, they want to talk to you on the phone, and some people want to text. So find out what their way to communicate is, and then just hammer them.
Okay.
All right, take it easy.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You're back. See us again for sure. All right, cool. That was awesome. There's my man. How are you, Tyrell? Oh, he can't hear because his headphones are on.
Hey, Trent, good morning.
How are you, sir?
Hey.
You want to hear something?
Okay. What's up?
Open, next, push next.
Hold on, give me.
You know how, oh, he's there, he's not there, he's there.
Oh, go ahead.
You know how we were having audio issues yesterday?
What was going on?
Discord, right? Was messing up. Nope.
Yeah. Was it you, seriously, Trent?
I put my speaker, my volume on mute. Somehow I hit the button. And I like restarted, and I'm like, oh, geez. And then I went to do a Zoom call with my girls, and I'm like, it's not working. And I'm like, oh, it was me. Yeah. Sorry about that. How are you doing?
Okay, now, hold it. No, hold
Hold
it.
it.
Hold it.
Are you in a fight? What's going on? I feel like you're battling somebody in the background. Okay. Now I'm just wondering what you're doing.
I did good.
All right, I'm sorry. Hold on. All right. I'm all yours, Trent.
What was that all about?
I have a friend that I'm teaching what I'm doing.
Oh no, kidding. No, good.
Teaching the hustle too.
We call that the blind leading blind. So
Yeah, yes, sir.
You know,
do you have any? You got anything to
Yes.
show me?
Yeah, I do. I've got a possible.
Did he see me?
I
No.
figured.
No, he didn't see.
What's his name?
Frank.
Oh, Frank.
Hey Frank, shut up.
Only if it's a joke.
Okay, good. Otherwise, you're gonna come find me.
Oh God, I'm gonna get in a computer joke. Can we go here? I put four numbers. What you
Hold
want?
on, give me one second.
Frank is a talker.
Tell him because he's looking for a wife. You know.
Nothing, Trent.
Let-
Looking for a wife. I thought that's what he said. Wow, look at this one. Holy mansion. Okay, why do you like it?
Well, you're gonna hate me. I mean, I just lowballed 60,000 below their ask price and told them I pay closing costs.
I did.
60? Okay. So you offered them 660?
Yes.
Okay. And what was the reason?
I just thought it'd be an equity play. I didn't know.
All right. Well, as long as you don't have a reason, that's good. It's unbelievable. Okay, so I'm assuming rehab costs are nil. It is empty, which is nice. Okay. Okay. So you're just trying to get this as a deal. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna see what it's worth in the area. Okay. Let's see. Did you see the new fancy thing that Atlas guys, the engineers came up with? Where does it come? GTP. Here we go. All right. So we're gonna comp it too and just see. Have you called them at all?
Yeah, they actually have an offer accepted at above mine, but they're waiting for the other house to sell first. And
Okay.
they something about 48 hours. I don't know what that means.
So what they're saying is our offer is contingent on our house selling. So if their house doesn't sell, then they can't do the deal, which is pretty common. I don't know why it's not coming up. It's in Carmel, is that right? There it is. Came up. Okay, so here's your big beautiful home. We're gonna do within a 5-mile area. Just do so square footage good. Where is I'm gonna say in the last 24 months just so we can get a really good idea of, and I'm gonna expand everything to make sure it works. Okay, so we're gonna find out what the comps are and see how good of a deal you think you get. Keep in mind, people with houses that size are gonna put them up for usually about $100,000 more than they think they can get. The only reason I know that is I had a house that was $2 million.
Sorry about that. Go ahead, Trent.
So the reason I know these guys, everybody puts their house up for about $100,000 more than what they think they can get. We did it just for fun. I put my house up for 1.3 million more than I thought I could get, and we ended up getting it. So that's something to understand. So you offered 660. I'm going to go with these comps. Let's go with the lowest comps possible. I'm going to go here, this one, and okay, these are our comps. I'm just purely choosing these by the lowest price, just so we're okay. So I'll get a report, and so you're okay because you're at 660 or $40,000 below what the price should be.
So, I mean, so this is a deal like me paying closing costs and everything?
It's an okay deal.
Okay.
I'm going to call it okay just because it's not screaming. It's not something that.
Well, what number would I have to be at to make it like a screaming deal? I mean, obviously half, right?
Yeah, like half or 500,000. Yeah. But you could do this with and get about, you'd have about 40,000 equity, right? Because you were offering 660.
660.
Yeah, so that's $50,000 in equity. Yeah, if you get it for that, you can definitely put it. It's just going to take longer to sell. They're tough properties to sell because they're so nice.
Yeah. So what do I just aim for, like a 20-day inspection period with a 45-day close?
Yep. That's what I would do.
Okay.
But again, like if you want to make the money, it's these type of houses right here. Where are we? Like that one did was great. Like this one is awesome.
That deal? I mean, what are we thinking about in terms of?
I called 4 other people yesterday, got a hold of 2, and they weren't interested. But I still like it. And so, yeah, let's go back to it real quick. I still like it. I think it's a good deal.
Yeah.
So I think you can get more traction on deals like this than the $750,000 and up ones. This is a solid deal. Our only problem, and this is what I'm finding out, and I haven't over the neighborhood yet, but the people that are going in there are saying they don't like the neighborhood.
Yeah, I'm like, is it spot crime? What does spot crime say?
I don't know. I don't really go spot crime. Here's what I do: is I go Google Maps,
Mhm.
I put it in, and I kind of drive it because it's so much easier to tell what the neighborhood's like if you just drive it. Okay, and so this is from June of 2025, so it's recent. I don't see why people wouldn't like this neighborhood. I mean, the next door neighbors are outdoorsy guys. These houses look nice. Let's see where we're at. It might be the whole neighborhood if it's a little bit more industrial. And so maybe that's the problem. But I don't really get it. It might just be kind of out of the way a little bit. There's not that much. So when you see like groceries like this, you know, there's not a major grocery store anywhere close because that place would be out of business pretty fast. So it's very neighborhood grocery kind of thing. Yeah, I mean it's not an upscale neighborhood by any stretch, but I don't see it being horrible. So it's just as people that live there know that it's not. And you got boarded up stuff. Yeah, I can see it. So sometimes it's just good to kind of drive the neighborhood and just see, oops, and see why. But that was the complaint was they didn't like the neighborhood. I don't look at this as being that bad, to tell you the truth. And you got firewood right there whenever you need it. But those are the ones that we want to get as many of those as possible because those are the ones that we can sell easier. Our only problem with the buyer was the buyer just didn't like it, didn't like the neighborhood. But try to go after those more than the big old mansions. Make sense? You still there? Are you talking to Frank? All right. Well, there you have it. Okay, Tyrell. I think you're over it. I can't tell. All right, bro.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. So anybody else have any questions? Any thing they want to go over? If they've got any kind of a property that they're not sure what to do. I love the fact that DJ came up and said, I just don't get it. Like I've been doing this for 4 months and this is the way I do it. And I'm doing something different. We gave him a whole new strategy of how to do this. And I think if he embraces it for the next few weeks, he might see a big difference in his results. So if anybody wants different results, if anybody feels like they've been doing this, they don't know why they're not getting success, like jump up, let's talk about it. Because there's much different like nuances to this that are so important. And the biggest one is building rapport with the realtors. And the second biggest one is getting on the dang phone. I don't feel like people get on the phone enough. I feel like people dance around, do their analysis and check and see, make sure everything's perfect. And then they get on the phone and then the realtor says that, they already have, somebody interested or whatever. And so you get discouraged. And I understand the discouraged part. That totally makes sense. It doesn't have to be that way though. So I'm here to help you guys out. If you guys don't need any help, I'll let you guys get on with your Saturday. I'll get on with my Saturday. We got plenty of work to do on my end. That's for darn sure. Let me just see if I have any Anybody interested in any of our deals right now? Well, we haven't. I think those are drafts. Okay. Let's see if anybody's. Okay, Jason Gutierrez. Let's get a hold of him real quick. I'll call him buyers real quick. You guys are all chilling. Let's see. Have we talked to Jason Gutierrez?
No.
Okay. No. Right. Let's call him and see what's up. And it is Saturday, so I don't have as much luck on Saturday with the buyers. With realtors, it's a little easier because sometimes they're sitting on a house. Not actually sitting on a house, they're waiting.
Did Michael respond to you?
Yeah, he's no, yeah, he said he's at breakfast. Michael is. Sorry, I meant to tell you guys that. And
I'm sorry, the person you were trying to reach has a voicemail box.
yeah, I don't think buyers are going to be. I'm not even going to make an effort with the buyers right now. Michael said I'm out with family breakfast. He's going to call in an hour. And Nick said he was in surgery all night. Was trying to sleep. Dude. We'll check it out later. So I'll leave him alone too. Okay. All right. Well, if nobody else wants to jump up on stage, then we'll just call this for today. We got a good hour in, but nobody seems to be active. All right. Well, I'm gonna let it go.